Hey Shipt shoppers, Ashley here. I don't know if other metros have been flooded with bonuses every week or weekend like Detroit has, but it's getting ridiculous. If you don't know, a bonus is when Shipt offers additional money if you complete a certain amount of orders within the designated time frame. These orders must be delivered on time without promo pay. And this past week was the first time Detroit shoppers were offered custom bonuses. So different shoppers were offered different amounts of orders to complete and different pay incentives. I was not able to get enough information to figure out if Shipt handed these out randomly or if they were actually trying to offer things they thought shoppers could complete. From what I gathered online, some active shoppers reported not receiving a bonus at all. Others, who hadn't shopped in a while, were offered $50 for 5 orders, and others, who were very inactive, were asked to complete up to 50 orders. I was offered $150 for 30 orders, but my boyfriend, Brian, who has recently become a Shipt shopper, was offered $125 for 25 orders, and he actually did it.
Well, I didn't actually think I was going to do it till the beginning of that week, but I did learn some valuable lessons about how I shop as well as how I can do more of these bonuses in the future. So, with the number of orders on the bonus in mind, 25, I did about 20 orders per week for the previous 3 weeks. So I looked at my delivery history and decided, oh, I've already been doing about this amount. That's just the number of orders I did the past 3 weeks plus 5. So I put myself on the schedule earlier in the day than I normally would have, since I have a tendency to get up usually after noon. There were some days during the week where I was going for the bonus that I would get up and start claiming orders as early as 11 a.m. One of the days that week was actually when I discovered that there were 3 orders that had been offered to me at the same time for the same time slot, and they were a single order as well as a double. So I decided to claim a triple as the start of my day and see how it went. 2 of the orders were less than 10 items. I think one was 9 and one was 7. And the smallest order had absolutely no perishable items whatsoever. I think it was potatoes and some other boxed snacks or something like that. So that was the order I was going to shop last. And then the other order in that double was about 9 items, and that had a combination of non-perishable and cleaning supplies, so I'd get the cleaning supplies last. And the largest order was about 50-50 perishable and non-perishable. So I finished that one right up, got the other 2 orders all set. The 2 smaller orders were prepaid, and the largest order was a normal self-checkout or checkout lane order. So it was really easy to go to checkout with these 3 orders because all I had to do was get the 2 prepaid orders audited and then take the 3rd order right over to a self-checkout that was open and process it. The other part of doing the triple that didn't really occur to me until I got to my car and sat down in my driver's seat was which order I was going to deliver these in, but I just kind of winged it. The first order was about 5 minutes away from the store. That went great. I had a really tiny little conversation with the gentleman about all the items he had, which consisted of about 30 seconds, and then I told him, okay, gotta go, bye, and I went to go deliver the other 2 orders. The one was going about a 20-minute drive down the highway, and then I had to drive back 20 minutes to deliver the 3rd order because it was very close to where I live. I really could have done it in any order, but I just decided to deliver them in the order that I claimed them. I wanted to deliver the largest order first because it had the perishable items. So overall, I do really feel like that order bonus that I did was worth the extra work I put into going on the schedule earlier in the day than I usually would, and kind of juggling multiple orders, whereas usually I don't even do that many doubles normally, but it did kind of give me a sense of how capable my multitasking is and what sort of Tetris situation I had to do in my car to actually get all of these orders and not give someone the wrong items. You never want to risk, mixing up these different orders or anything that might even slightly cause you to deliver someone the wrong item. So it really depended on how many orders I had and how many I was delivering, but I kind of just put them as far away as possible from each other in my car. At one point, another one of my doubles that I was doing consisted of one order that was in my back seat and another one that was in my trunk, so there was no possible way I could mess that up. But if you have them next to each other in your back seat, and you decide to do a bonus, that could be risky. And if I had the opportunity to do another bonus identical to this one for $125 extra for 25 orders, and it wasn't during a holiday season when you have a lot of traffic jams and things like that on the road, especially on the weekend, I would probably go for it, even between 25 to 30 orders. Anything like that would be doable. If it was a bonus for 50 orders or more, I wouldn't even look at the dollar amount. I would just close my app and go about my day, because that would be even crazier than doing the 25 orders. Back to you.
That was very insightful. Thank you for sharing your experience, Brian. So in my experience, bonuses that require you to deliver more orders than you normally would are not often worth it. I too deliver about 20 orders a week, but the Detroit Metro has changed so much in this past year. This time last year, orders were ramping up after the slowdown of summer, which happens because Detroit isn't a vacation destination. Teachers often become more full-time shoppers, and students move out of the Ann Arbor college town into other metros to work more full-time in the summer. And then as people get back into their fall routines, school begins, orders start ramping up as people prepare for Halloween, and Thanksgiving is one of the busiest and toughest times to be a Shipt shopper. You're dealing with larger orders as people try to feed more people, and people in the store are filling their carts to the brim, making the lines so painfully long. I thought it was interesting that I saw a spike in orders the Sunday before people were going back to school in January. I had regulars with huge orders that were delayed up to 2 hours just dealing with normal Sunday substitutions. Last year, I averaged about 25 to 30 orders a week to hit my goal of $500 a week. And I'm actually doing better now with the pay change, averaging about 20 orders a week for $600 a week. And my strategy has changed. So on the old pay scale, I used to go for the largest orders because they'd have the largest pay, and you have a better chance of getting a bigger tip, right? More money in less hours is what I'm all about with this job. But now our pay is more based on Shipt's estimated time. So you have to balance, is this pay worth it if I don't get a tip, with can this be something that is done within an hour, which is what Shipt will typically estimate for most orders, less than an hour. You know, because $15 pay on an order that's going to take 2 hours is going to make you lose money, even if Shipt estimates it at 1 hour. That might not be true. But now doubles pay a lot more. The minimum pay used to be $5, so orders, between the $30 and $50 range would pay out less than $10. And now we see those orders paying like $10 or more. So doubling up can easily make you $20 an hour from, less than 10 items each order. So that's been a lot more of my strategy now, and I'll have tips for doing more than one order in a future video. Before COVID hit in February, that, if you looked in your Shipt history textbooks, is when they did the rebranding and the Shipt logo change. And then COVID hit Michigan about mid-March. And it's crazy looking back, thinking about trying to shop stores that had literally empty shelves. People struggled to even get an order in. We were so full. And I felt lucky that I would be able to work 3 days a week, hit my goal of $600, and just minimize my time in public. I've had to change my Shipt strategy nearly every month since that time. And I remember there was a slowdown in about July. Not as many orders were coming in through the week, and I actually did a weekend bonus. So I did about 2 bonuses this summer, between 25 and 30 orders for a $150 bonus. And I remember one of the weeks I struggled so hard trying to get these orders on time that I think at least 4 of them were late. But it was also one of my most profitable Shipt weeks ever. I made $900 with that bonus. I delivered 36 orders. Like I said, I think 4 of them might have been late, and I think a few might have been done on Monday and not counted in the bonus window. So after doing a bonus, a lot of people may see their stats decrease a little bit. And that's because we're trying to push ourselves and often rush to do more orders. So you have to balance keeping your stats up and offering quality grocery shopping with making as much money as possible. And that is how you determine if a Shipt bonus is worth it. I'm a shopper. You already know I'm in the Shipt lane. From the store to your home.